And then over here on the right side are our menu options as far as coloring and fonts. So right now we have our menu set at a burgundy color. I'm going to keep it at that color right now. This is the menu rollover color, so when someone rolls over a menu item, the color will change to this. Let's change this to, let's go for a creamish color. And then the menu background color is for your drop downs or your pop-ups. So if you have sub-menu items on any of your menus, this will be the background color of the pop-up or drop down box. So I'm going to make this, let's just go for a pale gray. Okay, the changes are automatically saved for you when you do any of these drop downs or color changes. These are our fonts. We have a selection of fonts here: Arial, Futura, Verdana, and Rockwell. And we try and keep these to a minimum just so that your site loads up nice and fast, because the more fonts we add here, the slower your site's going to be loading. So if you do have a particular font that you would like to have on your website, you can request that prior to the setup of your site composer, and we will embed that font in there for you. I'm going to select the Rockwell font for my menu items, and I'm going to position my menu at the top. You have a choice of placing it at the top or the bottom. The transition is the way that the drop down will appear when you roll over a menu item. So let's try the drop in. And then just to see what that looks like, I can just roll over here on preview transition, and it shows me what a drop in looks like. Let's take a look what the stretch in looks like. The stretch in is more of a kind of a radical transition there. It just kind of stretches in or kind of bounces in there. So you can play around with those transitions. I'm going to put it back onto the drop in. And then the separator is what separates each menu item in your lineup. So you can have an asterisk, star, square, kind of symbols to separate your menu. So I'm going to select the star. Let's take a look at the site now and see how it looks. So we'll go ahead and click on the site. And again, we want to refresh the page every time we make changes to see those changes. There's our background coming in. Our menu's now moved over to the top, and you'll see the rollover. Now that rollover doesn't work particularly well. I did select it. I selected a cream color, but you see how when you roll over those you don't see them that well. So I'll probably go back and change it back to black for the rollover and see how the drop down now comes in. It's a little better on the drop down, but I think I'll go back to the black for the rollover there. And our copyright notice is placed nice and neatly here on the right hand side, and I didn't place a link to it, so it will not go anywhere when I click on it. Okay, so let's go back to the control panel, and finally let's look at the music options here on the look and feel page. You have the choice of adding up to 4 music tracks for your main website, and these 4 tracks will loop around, or the user can forward to the next track or go back to the previous track through the control that they have for the music. You would simply browse a music track. Let me find a track here. Upload the track. Make sure that your music tracks are below 8 meg in file size, because Site Composer cannot handle anything larger than 8 meg. And 8 meg is a good rule of thumb to use for music files. Try and keep them smaller if possible, but keep 8 meg as the limit. So there is our music file uploaded, and we can edit the name of that if you want to call it something else. That by default will be the file name that will appear there. You may just want to call it the name of the actual song. So One in My Eyes, and you can even put 1 of 3 there. If you know that you're going to have 3 tracks, you could put 1 of 3 so that it kind of explains where in the lineup that music track is. And I'm going to only have 1, so I'm just going to put 1 of 1 there right now. So let me save my changes. I have to save the changes if I type any text into that box. And now these are the icons for my music. Right now it's selected as this icon, so this will be the control that the user clicks on to switch music on and off. You have the boombox, the equalizer, and the speaker. I'm going to select the speaker. And then just remember, if you do have music tracks, right now music is disabled, so that music will not play. If I want it to play, I need to enable my music. Music is on its start, so when the site loads, the music will automatically start playing. If you want the music to be off at start by default, then switch it to off at start, toggle it, and then the user would have to click on the icon in order for the music to start up. So I'm going to just have it on at start. And also remember, bear in mind that you can place individual music tracks in individual galleries. So later on when we look at the control panel, the navigation and content control panel, we'll see how to add music tracks to individual galleries as well. But these are the music tracks that will play on most of the site, on the rest of the site, unless you specifically ask it to play something different in a gallery. Okay, so let's go take a look at our site and refresh it. Reload the page, and there we have our speaker music icon, and I have my sound switched off, but the music is indeed playing. Okay, and the name of the track is displayed right here, as well as the status of that track as to how much of it has played, and these are your controls. So let's just mute that music right now and go back to the control panel. So there you have it. There's some of the things that you can do in the look and feel panel. Some tips and tricks as to how to best use this panel can be found on our support forum, and I hope that was information that was useful for you.